Hey everyone, Mike with Billion Beri here. This is Tasha. And today we're looking at One Piece 1097. They took a week off last week, which was partially sad, partially gave me a little bit of room to breathe to do some fun stuff. But yeah, let's get into this.
Immediate title screen. Wow.
Whew. Jeez, so much scrolling for his head. Yes, you're really hiding.
Hiding about as well as Chopper hides.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
Is Haryuden in league with the army?
I think so. Wow, he was 33.
Leader of the Freedom Fighters.
Ah.
Not the Revolutionary Army yet.
Punk has her to...
This guy
Oh, wow,
getting
he's
the
43?
brain gains.
俺がクローバーのおっさんと面識があってね。
なんとお前もか。彼が世界を滅ぼそうとしたなんて馬鹿げた情報操作だ。
ああ、エルバフからやってきたようだが、彼らはこの文献の価値を知ってる。
So not in league.
彼らの船長は全身に包帯を巻いた妙な男だったが。
Is that oars?
No, it's Saul.
Oh. Oh.
Saul lives.
Saul.
Better call Saul to get the books back.
Oh, turned him down.
海軍には特に話のわかるものも多い。標的は見失うな。ドラゴン。
今回の事件はさすがに聞いたよ。法律という名を得た理不尽に意見しただけの非力な学者たちが暴力で叩き潰された。俺は戦える軍隊を作る。
Just like I said in the last one, this is the event that started it all.
Yeah. In a way.
Yeah, I mean, he was already doing freedom fighting type stuff, but this is where it went up a notch.
その年のうちにドラゴンは残りを言わんかバーソロミュー・クマと共に今や世界を揺るがすあの革命軍を作った。
Wow.
So Kuma was one of the original three.
Yeah, he was a founder.
ルフィのお父さん。ちょっと待て、ちょっと待て。今エルバフって言ったよな。まあなぜ俺たちを助けてくれた。
Because you're Dragon's son's crew. Yeah, that's a
there's
good
the big
question.
私自身の興味で内密にエルバフに行き資料をすべて読ませてもらった。
I think that's Saul.
Yep, he's just like, they're over there.
Yeah.
I know what you're here for. They're over there.
Poor Saul is traumatized.
全身に包帯を巻いた妙な男というのはその巨人族の船長の名前はサウロよね。
彼は身を潜めている。誰であれ口外しかねる。
Charlie Brown happiness smile.
ありがとうベガパンク。
学者のサガだよ。
Uh-oh, you guys are about to go for a ride.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
君たちに見せたいものがある。
すっげえ見ろよ
すっげー。
みてえだ
え
おうすっげえなおっさん
じゃあこいつが本物のベガパンクなのか？
頭はどうしたもっと大きな電球みてえな頭だっただろ頭ああ切った髪切ったみてえなテンションで言うな確かにお前にあった
Just went into supercuts. Was like, can you trim off my head a little bit?
Supercuts. That's a great cut.
height of a giant.
噂に聞いておったが。
いやあ私は実はな大丈夫かおっさんいやあ私は実はな
Mulligan.
なみなみなみの脳みそ人間データ容量に比例して脳みそもだんだん肥大する
Aha.
持って生まれた天才の頭脳に無限のデータバンクああおっさん頭切ったからバカなのか
So you're stupid?
バカ。
このリンゴは
It's like a Wi-Fi receiver.
アンテナじゃと。
巨大な卵の裏側にパンクレコーズと書いてあるあれがわしの脳みそ隠れ
Ah, so it's records as in data, not records as in music.
電波でつながっており全く問題ない
Wow, so Vegapunk is using the cloud.
もちろんじゃ
My worlds collide.
先ほどお前さんらベガパンクを名乗る少女に会ったろぶん殴られた
I mean,
Punched me.
didn't you punch her first?
島に6人おる
忍者か？無人の術か？
Ning ning.
それぞれは私に必要な要素のエキスパート暴れるのが仕事のアタラス
Why would you have that? Why do you need a
アタラ
violence?
スネイル欲望
Probably because it's like inborn to all people to have the capacity for violence, so you had to offload it somehow.
I guess.
So he put it into one person.
毎日1回彼らはパンクレコーズを通じて体験と知識を同期している
So it's basically when Naruto trains with his Kagebushin.
Yeah.
図書館を使うと思えばええんじゃ例えばこの私の脳みそに世界中誰でもアクセスできるようになれば全人類が私の知識を身につけたも同然
Oh my.
私の脳などはるかに超越した知識の海を作ることも可能じゃ脳はいつか人類で共有できる
The internet.
It sounds a little Borgish.
もちろんじゃ
Yeah, the internet. He invented the cloud before he invented the internet.
しかし地層まで入り込んだら不都合も起きんか。
Yes, yes, it
Oh.
really, really would.
Isn't that the story of the day?
心配をしていては
AI being programmed with things that want you to think the same things they do.
そういうとこだろうベガパンクお前は科学の探求のために犠牲をいとわない
Mm.
だから父を心ない戦闘兵器に変えたんだヨセバにこのビームサーベルは失敗作うるせえ切れ味ならさっき試した
I'm not interested in your opinion. Just shut it off.
今さら命乞いか違うそのビームには
Air traffic.
Uh-oh.
そのビームには
It attracts bees?
Spit it out.
Bugs?
大量の虫が集まってくるんじゃ
My nightmare. Is it a bug zapper?
It's a bug saber.
Meanwhile, that's like a heart rhythm.
Yeah.
Is this the brain?
あっきらよー。おーい、ボニー。
What are you touching, buddy?
あっく。
Okay, shoulder.
失神な
Bonnie and I share the same weakness.
失敗作で助かったが当然じゃ
Yeah,
ボニーは私
you know what you did.
和の国におったようじゃな
カイドウに並び2匹目の竜が現れたというのは事実か？
ああ、
ママ。
モモのことか。
悪魔の実の失敗作はそいつが食うたようじゃ。
Failed.
失敗作？
カイドウの決闘因子から20年かけて多額の研究費を投入し作った。
だからあいつカイドウみたいになれたのか。非博士強えし、今やワノ国の守り神だ。
その竜の色は
He's like, it was supposed to be green.
Oh no, not pink. Make it blue.
見ろ、大失敗じゃ。
このロボは動かしてくれよ。おっさんが作ったのか？
こいつは200年ほど前に聖地マリージュアを襲っていたという
Oh.
伝説の鉄の巨人。
200 years ago. Oh, the Navy's coming.
Uh-oh.
The world government.
Vegapunk
Oh,
is it
it's
Lucci?
CP0. They're coming for him.
ここで消えてもらう。
Oh, crap.
Oh boy. Time to introduce some conflict.
Ooh. I can't help but feel like Luffy should just wipe the floor with Lucci now. But
Yeah. It should be a Bellamy situation.
you would think. But I mean, he went from CP9 to CP0, so that means that he has leveled up as well. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like we talked about in a previous episode, Sun God Nika
Yeah.
versus, even if he's
Kiki.
awakened his fruit, a cat. Like,
Meow.
okay. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a match if he fights him. I love that Luffy was like, yeah, the violent Vegapunk punched me. It's like, no, you punched her first, thinking she was a hologram. Because that was that moment where she punched back and he's like, go man!
Oh, that's right. He did start that.
He started that fight, and then he's lying straight to the guy's face. Like, she punched me. It's like, well, yes, but there was a reason for that. You jackass.
I wonder what the story behind Dragon's tattoo is. When did that happen?
Yeah. All right, so it looks like the first conflict is still going to be on its way, but not quite here yet. So far, this has been a very chill arc because it's like just a lot of talking.
Yeah.
There's
but,
like a few testing of battles, but not much.
But still not answering the questions about Kuma and why did he do that to Kuma? Like,
Yeah.
I still have so many questions.
They keep skirting around it and never quite getting to it.
Yeah. Like, what is going on here? But we're getting this much closer. Getting the drip feed of information. Quite a bit to take in. I'm still kind of processing it all.
Yeah, it was an informative episode, but not much happened.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of exposition.
It looks like it's going to heat up next episode, though, because we're going to see CP0 start to make their move against Vegapunk.
Yeah, but it looks like, for the most part, it's going to be against the big robotic Sea Kings.
Well, that's the first line they have to
Yeah.
get through.
But
So.
if they make it through them in this upcoming episode, then we'll probably see them infiltrate the island by, I don't know, episode 1100.
What episode was this again?
1097.
97. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss.
I can't believe we're already almost at 1100. That is insane. It is a lot. And I always tell people that don't want to get into it because it's so much. Like, at least if you start it, you know you have something to watch for like, well, if you're only watching a few episodes at a time, most of a year probably at this point it would take you to watch it. If you're professional bingers like we are, then you can get through it in a couple of months. But it's, you know, you get home from a hard day's work or whatever, and you're tired, and you're, rather than just doom scroll through Netflix, just trying to find something you want to watch for 3 hours and then end up watching nothing because you were like, and nothing sounded good. At least if you start One Piece, you have something every night when you get home from work or on the weekend when you're just wanting to chill or whatever, you always have it. It's always there for you. And that's why I think people that don't want to watch it because of how much it is are just silly.
Confirmed that Revolutionary Army was spawned by the O'Hara event.
Yeah.
Did not guess, though, that he was part of Freedom Fighters, whatever, like...
Yeah, he was already kind of on that path to making a revolutionary army.
But he was like, it sounds like he was more like militia.
Yeah.
Doing targeted things, maybe.
He probably started by fighting for freedom on a very small scale, like a single island or something. And that is when he realized this affects the world. This needs to scale up. This needs to be a revolution. Yeah. We need to overthrow this whole world government, not just whoever it was that was oppressing his home.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be interesting.
At least I would assume it had to be his home for him to take up the mantle against, and become a freedom fighter.
Right.
But I wonder how he met Ivankov. They don't say. They just say that he met him.
Maybe they're from the same homeland or something.
Yeah.
I want to know, and this will be the cloud architect in me. But you want
to know how the tech works.
But does Dr. Vegapunk have a DR site set up for disaster? If they buster call Punk Records and destroy it, is all his accumulated knowledge just gone now?
Well,
or does he have a backup site somewhere? Deep under the ocean? Way up in the sky? Like, does he have...
Well, I think he's probably the backup because it's his brain. But what happens if something happens to his clones? That's his brain. Does he just lose that part of himself?
Probably.
Dead forever?
I would imagine if, as his clones were to, like, die, that he would slowly start getting his brain scrambled.
Or does he have some way of just reabsorbing it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if all of them upload to the Punk Record cloud every day, then he's interfacing with the big cloud thing in the sky, not necessarily the others.
Yeah.
So if they were to die, their ability to provide information would die with them. I don't know how it works from like a function standpoint, because it seems like he has to take all the core thoughts that a human brain can have and abstract them to different people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you said, why have a violence one?
Yeah.
Whose only job is to just punch a virtual dragon every day. Like,
yeah.
That's her whole job.
That serves no purpose.
Yeah.
Why do we even have that lever?
So it sounds like he had to do that to satisfy the human need for violent thought or whatever, right? Like,
maybe.
Even if you're building an IKEA desk and you can't find the screw or whatever, you're like, where the hell is the thing? You get mad.
We are inherently violent.
You get violent, right? Violence doesn't mean that you walk up to some stranger and hit them.
Yeah.
It means, you get angry and you want to hit something, and it could be the ground, it could be your knee, it could be, whatever.
But it does mean that with this clone. That's what she does every day. Yeah. She hits things.
Yeah. So it's like he has to be in service of all those things. He has to have a good person and an evil person. A wise person and like a rogue-ish person, like Lilith.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have all those things. Otherwise, maybe it's like Agent Smith in Matrix, where he's like, we made the Matrix to be absolutely perfect. And everybody hated it. It was rejected outright. It blew up. It broke. We had to introduce the bad stuff with the good stuff. Otherwise, people didn't buy it.
Yeah.
And maybe his ability to split his brains off into multiple people wouldn't work correctly unless everything was represented.
Maybe. I'm so happy. Saul is alive. Yeah. Oh. You know what though? That means that Aokiji Kuzan didn't kill him.
Yeah.
He froze him, and maybe that ice layer protected him from all the fire.
Maybe.
Still hurt him because he was all bandaged, but for all we know, Kuzan actually saved him instead of killed him.
I mean,
I
Kuzan's
don't
a
know.
pretty stand-up guy. At least he was.
He seems that way. I have doubts now about his core character because he joined Whitebeard. So.
Blackbeard.
Hmm?
Blackbeard.
Sorry, Blackbeard. Blah.
Yeah. If he had joined Whitebeard, that would have made
That
sense.
would have been good. No, the fact that he joined Blackbeard, I am now questioning his entire character and motivations. Like, is he actually a bad guy and I never knew it? He didn't seem like that to me.
Yeah, I have to believe his ultimate goal is to take down the leadership of the world government and or navy, whatever, with a powerhouse group. But then in the meantime, he's learning all the ins and outs of that powerhouse group and their power dynamics and how their fruits work and all that, so that maybe when he's done using them for that, he can then turn around and exploit all their weaknesses and take them down too. Seems a little... Like, if that theory is correct, seems a little hazardous, but...
Very dangerous.
That's the only thing in my head I can think of that makes sense for him to make that move, because he seemed like a pretty stand-up guy before.
Yeah,
so.
this is like turned everything I thought about him 180. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, so unless something between him and Akainu happened when they were doing their battle for who would be admiral, that made him so angry and so jaded towards the Navy that he will use any means necessary to destroy it, even if it means signing up with the devil.
Yeah.
Then I guess it is what it is, but...
I hope at some point we find out a lot more about Kuzan.
Yeah.
Because he has always interested me. I've always wanted to know more. But it seems like he either just decided not to finish off Saul, just left him frozen like that and thought, whatever. Or he intentionally thought, I'll make it look like I did him in, and knew that as soon as he thawed, he'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he left Robin alive.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So
I know he left Robin alive.
He's clearly on the side of O'Hara.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Yeah. So
like, he was going to take down Robin if he felt she was going to be a danger to things.
Yeah.
But once he found out what she was like and, you know, oh, you found your home with the Straw Hats, okay, he'll be taken care of now. Like, everything was okay after that. So, I don't know. But in classic Oda style, we've seen Kuzan for so long, and he's really just kind of not been a central figure of the anime at all. So at some point, he's going to get Doflamingo'd, where he suddenly becomes like a prominent character in an arc.
I hope so. I want to see it.
And it may be this arc. I don't know. I mean, the fact that he's with
it
Blackbeard.
looks like there's a lot to come. I'm excited. Everybody who reads the manga is like, Egghead is an amazing arc.
Yeah.
So I remain excited. And your guys' comments have been great still. And I can't wait to see more of this arc. Please like, please subscribe. We are Nakama. And keep the comments coming.
Yep.
And we will see you next week. And if you're here for the card stuff, we'll see you all through the week.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy week. So,
bye, guys.
see you next time.